Yeah, I see everything.
Perfect. All right. Well, my name is Dalia Garcia. I work at Berta Palacios. I'm the reading coach, and I'm also helping with dyslexia. Today, I will be presenting two programs. I'm going to focus most on the reading, but I will show you also one that is directed to data. Um, with that said, one of the programs that I'm going to be introducing to you is the Read Along Google, and I'm not sure if anybody else has used it before. Has been approved by the district, and this last year we were able to use it in different classrooms. Basically, what it is Read Along. It's an Android app, so it will be only working with Android. It works with our Chromebooks. Unfortunately, they still have not put it into the Apple, but it basically helps students read, and the students read with the program, and I will show you here in a little bit. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to go through my slides, and then I actually will go into the program so you can see how it works. But this is a program that has helped a lot of my students with the reading. It's mainly more for the lower grades, but I have had a few fourth graders and fifth graders that still like to use it, especially the ones that are transitioning to the English or they're learning English. This has helped with their motivation, and they're just starting to love to read because this has been a little bit more fun for them. So let me go into, first I will tell you what it is a little bit. Let me tell a little bit more about it. Okay. So the important thing is going to be, if you can use it two ways. You can use it with your computer, which is the Chrome, or you will be able to use it with an Android phone. The importance to know, it's with a computer. Students will be able to read thousands of illustrated stories, and has different languages. And you will see here when I show you the program, it has about 9 languages. This program was they piloted, or they had started it in India, because a lot of the students didn't have the resources, and is now they're bringing it to other countries. Um, and the way they do is the students read, they get feedback, and they also get little prizes and badges, and that's how they get motivated. The way that you can use it with the Android, this is something that they just started to add. Now the teachers are also able or parents are able to see on their phone. So before, when I used it in the classroom, it was just with a Chromebook. This year, I'm planning to use it since I do have an Android. I can actually add my students to my phone. I can download the app in my phone, and I will be able to see if they can, if they're reading at home, so I can track, and I'll be able to keep track and see how many minutes they have read. So this one says, what can you do with your Android? It works without the Wi-Fi. That's a good thing. It doesn't require any data. So if they have any Android phones that are just kind of laying there around the house that they don't use anymore, they're able to use it. They just have to download the app. Um, Same way, the students are able to read thousands of illustrated stories, includes 11 languages. They get feedback. They also earn badges. What I like about doing it on the Android phone or on the phone is that they actually get to play a little bit of games. So they have like spelling games and just little word games that they can do there. Like I said, the teacher can track the activity the students are doing, and or the parents can also track it. So a little bit more here, a little more information, and at the end I have some links that will take you straight to how to download it and how to use it with a little bit more detail. And I also included some tutorial videos on how you can use it. You do have they have a little tutor, or what they call a little tutor, and you will see this little girl there. This is the little girl that will guide them through the reading. And as I show you the actual application, you will see how it reads with them. But they will get instant feedback. You do have different languages, and it does have a library, different stories that they will have in different languages. And you can see here it includes English, Hindi, and like I said, it had been for some of for Indian. And if you use it on the Android, they have some games that they can play. And like I said, again, that you don't have to use the Wi-Fi. Oops, I skipped some. Okay, so how do we use it? So basically they use the little assistant. They'll pick a story, and they get to follow along. They get to use their voice. So a lot of my kids really got excited because they get to put them on the headphones with the microphone and they got to read. And their little tutor will say, if they didn't know the word, they can click on the word and they get help with that. So like if they couldn't say the word bright, they click on it and she will repeat the word. Then they get to say it again, and that's how they collect stars. The more they collect stars, the more they get little badges. And then you will see here when I get to it. And if you have any questions as I'm showing the slides, please let me know. It just kind of gives a little information, but you will actually get to see it in just a second. They get to understand a little more of the words. And how does it help the students? Well, like I said, they earn badges and that kind of builds their motivation. I got to see that in the classroom. A lot of the teachers in our campuses also got to see that, where the students were asking if they could go in and read. And every time they will collect stars, they were so excited. They will take it to us and be like, look how much I read. And at the end of the story, it will tell the student, you have 9 more minutes to get to your goal. So that built up their motivation. They have different stories, and it also moves them to a different level in the story. So that's how they also got the motivation. Benefits for the teacher. Well, we get to practice. They get to practice their fluency, and sometimes you get that one-on-one with a student and giving them the feedback right away. They really like that. And like I said, if you have the Android phone, you can actually track their progress. Getting the most out of it. Another lessons that you can do, this is just kind of like a little extra tips, but as they're reading, I mean, it doesn't have to stop there. They're reading there, but you can always give them like a little assignment or a little activity with the stories. You can, I put here like the spot, the letter that you can to have them look for the certain letters or look for certain pictures so they can create their own story. Maybe read the story ahead of them and then give them some extra questions, build sentences with the alphabet, and then or even have them write like a different ending to their story that they read. So it's not just used for reading, but you can also add up to those activities. And how can we get parents involved? Like I said, now you can share with the parents. You can it gives them a link, and they can also track their students on how they're doing. That will build the communication between the parent and the teacher, and just the student will know that everybody's involved. And little extra tips, you can make a chart, display a chart, and kind of see the growth of the students and how they're doing. I work with small groups. So they like to see how the other group is doing. And there's times where I don't even put the name of the students. I'll just say, oh, group one, look how much they have read or how many stars they have. And so the next group is wanting to read also. And then kind of build in some little rewards weekly or monthly in the class with it. And in this last slide, I did put some links. So at the end, after I show you the program, you can go in here if you need any help. You can go into click the links, everything like here where it says read along help. It will walk you step by step on and it'll give you kind of like a little tutorial of how to do it. I also included some videos on how, and it kind of, again, they walk you through it step by step. You can actually see the process of how getting it. It gives you a little handbook of how it started and why it started, and it gives you some data. But with that said, I'm going to go into the actual program, and that way I can show you how it looks. Is there any questions, or maybe I'm going too fast? Sorry, kind of got off guard here with the whole computer issue. Very good. Okay, then I'm going to share the program. And to go in there, I just click the link, and we're now in the read along. This is what you see. You do require to have a Google account, which we all in the district have it. So so I'm here in mine. Can you see that? Are you guys able to see my screen where I have the read along Google now?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to walk you through it, and let me double check, make sure that I do have my, it looks like I do have the audio on because she will be reading. So if you don't hear her read, just let me know and I'll try to go back and put it on there. But basically, you can see here the D for me because I am log in through the Google account. And like I said, everybody in the district has it. So once you go in here, you get to choose your language. And here's our little tutor on the side. So you click the little three lines there, the hamburger, and you can select your languages. And you can see there's my email because I'm connected through the Google email. And when students go in, they will have it under theirs too. So you click the language, you have,
Tap the language you want your children to learn to read.
and she's talking there right now and telling you what language you want to pick. I have English only, but in the classroom, I use the Spanish and English, which gives you both options. So I'm going to go just to the English right now, and then I'll come back so you can see the books in Spanish. So I got English, and you click the little arrow, and then you have all the different options of books that they're kind of giving you there. And you can see there's mostly for lower grades, but they're easy books that they can read, and they can go, you have different categories. You have animals, my world. So you have different books that you can pick. So I'm just going to go to the one that I have here already on the screen. It says Great Green Things, and we will just start reading. And what it does, it will ask me to read with it. So just kind of bear here with me.
Let's read. Great green things.
So she's going like this. She wants me to read. Green is all over.
Well done, you got that.
So you see the little stars. Let's say I don't know it, and I say Dovers, Slowers.
Read this out loud.
She'll tell me to read it out loud, and I can click on it. If I don't know the word, I can click on all the words. That gives the students that practice of seeing the word and reading it at the same time.
E. Green.
So at the end, I can say clovers are green, and I still collect my stars.
Nice. Quiz time.
And I'll give them a
Leads
little.
or dash?
So they finish so I can pick here, which one do I want to go? I want to say,
Drag the right answer to the question.
I'm going to put it wrong just to kind of show you what it does if you did get it
You
wrong.
missed it. Try again.
But you get to try it again. So that's what a lot of the students like, that there's not really a wrong answer. They get to practice, and then they get to see the words again and hear it correct.
You got it.
So that
You
builds
win
up their
25
motivation.
stars.
I'm going to try to go, I'm going to skip the pages, but you kind of see where you're going to be reading there. Once you collect the stars, you can get badges.
Time. Are kiwis red?
I'm going to put no.
Correct. You win 50 stars.
And I'm not reading it just so I can get out of the book.
Quiz time. Are many animals green?
I'll put yes.
Correct. You win 50 stars.
And the student will continue to read with her.
That was fast. Keep it up.
So there you
To
should
finish 10 minutes of reading today, read for 8 more minutes.
to give them the activity. So
wow, look at all those stars you got.
Okay, so you got the stars there. You see the little time there. So if I were to go check in my phone, if I had sent let's say I was the student and I had sent the link to the student, I could actually see, oh, this student read only 2 minutes. And I can track. And then next time I see him in class, I can say, oh, I noticed that you were reading at home, and that just kind of gives them a little bit another chance to read at home there. And they can use their parents' phone also. But let me get out of this one. Here's my stars. I collect all my stars. And there's your prizes.
Got a new prize.
So since I got 300 stars.
Prize for earning 300 stars.
It would take me to my prizes. And I can go here and say, let's see what I got.
Prizes. These are your prizes.
So now I have earned
to get new
2 stickers. So let's say maybe at the end of the week, I said, if you collect, 5 stickers, or if you have collected 5 prizes, you get to go and get, I don't know, like a little candy or something from the sharing jar or something like that. That's how I get my students to get motivated with it. And like I said, you can change the language.
Tap the language you want your children to learn to read. Muy bien.
go back to my biblioteca.
Biblioteca.
And now you have it in Spanish. So now you can,
Elige uno de estos cuentos para leer hoy.
and you can change it. Even though it's in Spanish, you can have them practice their English, and you can also have them practice Spanish. You can go into books that are in Spanish.
Cuentos en español.
And it will go the same way. They'll go into there, like you can see this one, since I had already read one, it took me to the level 2, and you keep on collecting stars, and that just gives them that practice. And then, sometimes just for fun, they will try to go and see another language and see how it sounds. And that kind of get us talking about how, oh, they have different symbols for the words, or different symbols for each letter. And that kind of gets the students just kind of really get into the reading, and how, the letters make the sounds, and how there's also different language, how there's also different symbols in another language. So, but this has been giving a lot of my students a big motivation to read. Just when they have free time, they want to go read, and they try the English and the Spanish, and that just has built their fluency as well. Let me go back to my. Now, if you go to, like I said, on the phone, in the Android, you will be able to see games. So that at the end, it gives you another little tab here where it says Biblioteca and Premios. It'll give you one more. It'll say like the games, and they can do like a unscramble the word, or they can finish putting in the word there. And so that's the advantage of having it on the phone, which, like I said, as long as they have a Google account, their parents have a Google account, they're able to use it if it's an Android. They have not been able to put it in the Apple. Do we have any questions so far on that program before I maybe I feel like I went too fast? Let me go back to my. No, everybody's very quiet. Do I have any questions for that program? Or maybe you have tried it? Do you like it? Feel free to jump in and open up your mic and ask, and let me know. No, but like I said, that program is completely free, and it has been approved by the district. It has been opened. The only thing is, our kindergartners have not been able to use it, since they're using iPad devices instead of their instead of the Chromebooks, unless they use the desktops that they have in their classroom. But that is one of the programs that I wanted to show you. I do have another one that I would like to show you as well. This one's called, let me go to, oops, not that one. Then I'm going to move into this one. This one is called ESGI. This is a program that it is not free. I have been able to use it on my campus because it was approved by my principal, or prior principal. And it's more of an easy progress monitor. I did want to focus more on the read along, because we really can use it with our students, and it's more for us geared towards student learning. This one is more for data and collecting data for the students. And it's just an easy way of keeping track of your test without having piles of paper. And like I said, I'm going to go through the little slides that I have here, and then I'll go log into the ESGI website so you can actually see how it looks. And if you want to give it a try, they do have it right now to where, well, they usually have it to where it's, you don't have to, you can do a free trial. It gives you a 6 months trial, and it is, you don't have to add your credit card or anything like that. And I'll show you here a little bit more about it. But it is, like it says here, it's an easy way to track test. And you can also have, you have like a little page where you can generate parent letters, or reminders, and I will show you that page too. And it gives you lots of tests. It's not, you can create your own little assessments, or you can open up one that is already there for you. And then you can quickly see if the student knows something or not. And this one's geared more towards, you're looking about the lower grades up to about second grade, although I have known some teachers that have used it before in the third grade through fifth. But they're just, especially like in kindergarten, that we test or assess the letter sounds or just the letters. It gives you a quick little test that you can give them, and it just goes so much quicker because at the end you already have your graph, and I'll show you here where the information. But it basically has preloaded assessments. You can share the assessments, you can share the data. It's easy to take it to like an IP meeting or an RTI. That's why I really liked it, because I could go to my RTIs and I had all the information there with graphs and the reports. They were easy to read. If they do have customized letters for parents or reminders, and you can set up your schedule for conferences there. That way, like I said, it just eliminates that paper pile. It gives you a place where you can find your assessments. Now they have added to where you can actually do a rubric. So like when they're doing the reading fluency, you have your rubric there. You can create your own, or you can use one that they already have. They also have questions. They also have tests where you can just do a like a one respond test, and you can keep it there. But I will go into the actual program so you can see it. They also have added to where you have a little bit of writing, those little templates that they can practice their handwriting. You have that option there, as well as you can give them flashcards. So let's say that you are assessing, let me go back to this one. Let's say you're assessing high frequency words. They have learned their sounds and they have able to put it there, or maybe the letters you're trying to just a quick, an easy way to take something home. It gives them, you can print out the flashcards, you can send them home. You can generate a letter telling the parents exactly what they missed and what they didn't miss. So the parents can also help you at home with the student. This is the part where the conference goes. These are just a little snippet of the letters, but you can see here, this one's in Spanish, so you do have the option for Spanish or English, depending on how you set up your students. They have here the reminder of when their conference is going to be. You can put them in you can make your schedule there, and you can also send a letter, like if they can make it to the conference or not. They have added one option if it was bought through the district can put actually their logo. So this is a program that some schools have used it, or some district use it fully for the whole district, and they keep it there. They keep all their data there. The district can actually see the whole data, but you can also, in this case, I have used it, and the district that has not bought it as a whole district, but I use it in the classroom just because it gives me, and I know some of the first grade teachers in our campus have used it also, just so we can keep our data together. And then when we go out to our RTI meetings, we can show the data right away. And also when we communicate with parents, we can show them exactly how the student is growing. So I'm gonna go into the website so you can actually see how it looks, and it gives you a little bit more detail. So this is our ESGI website. Like I said, there is a free trial, no credit card required. It gives you 6 months. And they have added a new feature right now that if you log in, or if you have it purchased, or if you're in the trial, they give you what is called the pre-assess or the self-assessment. You can give it to the student and they can test on their own, and they get to practice on how to do those multiple choice tests on their own. That way, when they get ready to do a test on their computer, when we're doing it from our curriculum, they already know how to do it, and you can give them feedback right away. But the link is there. I'm going to be putting my link of the little presentation so you can have all the links, and that way you can go in here and see a little bit more about what it is. This is the same thing that I have in my presentation. Just what is it about? It kind of gives you the description. And it tells you how you can personalize the letters, and then how you can see you can already have pre-made tests, and how you can create the assessments as well. Here's the little picture of the self-assessment that I was telling you about, where they can practice on how to take a test, and then you can also put there a little test for them to take on their own, and it gives you the feedback right away. Here's it gives you pie charts. It shows you the growth right away. Every time you test, it keeps track of it. But I'm going to log in onto my account so you can kind of see it. And just I ask you to not to take any screenshots because I do have some of my, I'm going to show you one page that has my previous students. I won't stay there for too long, but it does have some information there. Let me log into this one. So this is what my page looks. I have used it, as you can see here on the side, several other years, and I had used it before in another an out-of-state district that I was in. But I had here like last year, since I started last year with my intervention groups or with my small groups, since I help with reading, I had my different teachers here, and each teacher had, you can see the students that I had there. I had several students under each teacher. So that way at the end, I can go and take that to the teacher and say, look how they're growing. This is what I'm noticing. So that this was the easy part for me to show them right away on what, how the student was doing, and just an easy way to communicate with the teachers too, and kind of keep track of their information. So what you have, I'm going to go into they already have me set up for the next year. I only have one student there because I'm going to show you how the self-assessment looks like. But basically you have little tabs up here, and like last year we started with Estrellita. So I had my Estrellita here. I don't have any information here, any data, but I will go back to the pie. But these are all the little assessments we were given with Estrellita. As well as when I went into the phonics, we had the sing spell right, little assessments. I put them in here. That way at the end, I can actually see how they were, the growth that they had. But basically, you can create your own little test, or you can kind of take tests from other people, and you go to the test explorer, and you can see here that you can look through based on grade level. I do have a few from the district just because, like I said, we were using the reading strategist and myself, we kind of started using it here. So we created a few for Estrellita. So let's say you guys were actually to get it, or your campus was to get it, you will get to see anything that was created there that we put there to share with the district. So if you just want to see like the district ones, you have an option to do that. Or you can go and see anybody's test that they have done it all around the United States. And it gives you a little title. So it depends if you're looking for like a math test, or maybe at the beginning of the year, just letter sounds. So let's say if we're looking for letters. Let's see, lowercase letters, you can go in here and then you can add it to the test. You can assign that test, and it will be a quick yes or no. So when, let me see, I'm going to take you here. You can preview the test. And this is what it will look for you and the student. They do have a little code that you can give the student. So like, let's say the student's sitting in front of you, that they will not see the bottom part of it where you're clicking yes or no. I know a while back I had changed it to where here on the bottom, this is the previous, I won't show there. But if you, I had changed to the bottom where I'll put just like a little icon so they wouldn't know. Kids are very smart, and they can start, they know what icon goes for the yes and for the no. So but they do have the option to where it doesn't show it on the bottom for the students. And then just start clicking, do they know the lowercase yes or no? What letter is, and all you have to ask the student, what letter is it? And then you just click, did they know it? They don't know it. They know it, they don't know it. Takes about a minute. So instead of going through the whole fluency test, with the flashcards and having all that, the flashcards, and then having to make your own chart, this will create it for you. So let's say, let me go back to home. I'm going to show you what a student kind of data looks like. So for Estrellita, I had, oops, Estrellita. So like the student produced the letter sounds. This is the test that he got. So I can go into history, and it kind of tells me where he started, and then where I tested in September, and then we went all the way to January, and how we did with our growth. And then you can download to take it to your meetings. It gives you the detail of the test. So here's where I gave another test, and it tells you there, he already knows 19 out of the 20. So it kind of gives you the pie there. You can go into a little bit more detail for the student, and it starts giving you, let's say I want to run the record for those 2 tests and how he did. And so you can take your information. It tells you there what he has mastered, what they have not mastered, what tests they have taken, if they have mastered. So like this one shows the growth there, and you can download this one and take it into your meetings. And it also gives you for, like, let's say for the whole class, you have the whole class. I really didn't use the whole class since I had different groups, but you can go progress for the whole class, and it shows you again what the class is missing. So let me see if it gives it to me since I have it in. So, but it tells you here all the students that were there. The entity says that it's not tested. So, but it just kind of shows me what they have tested, what they have not mastered. And it's just an easy way there to take it to your meetings. Then, like I said, you have flashcards or bingo. You have little games that you can create. Let's say I want to create just the letters. So I click on my screen for the producing the letters, and it gives you your flashcards with their name. That way it belongs to them and they can see. So this one gives you the ones that they have missed. They can practice the ones they missed, or you can create it for the whole list that they had, or for all the letters. Let's see, you also have your bingo, so you can produce your bingo. And so you have little things that you can little tools that you can use in the classroom too. And you would have your writing practice, which will give you your little templates for their name and their sight words. So you create your sight words, and then they can practice their name. This is for the lower grades. The self-assessment, let me go back to the other one that they have added new, and this is what I'm going to be trying on this year. Let's see, what they do is you can add the test, you can add a practice. Like this one, I will have my student practice their, let me see if I can get it started. So this is like a practice test just so they get to learn how to use that multiple choice. So then they start and it actually reads
Click
separate.
on each button to hear the description. This is the green arrow. The button takes you to the next page after choosing your answer.
So then they get to practice.
Choose the picture of the bed.
And then so they get to practice on how to fill in that little bubble. So that's one practice test that they have. And then you can give them a self-assessment test where it, like at the beginning of the year, again, the letters, do they know the sounds? They can do it on their own, and it'll give you automatically feedback so you can have those charts. And parent conference notes. This is the part that I like here. Conference schedule, you can do your schedule here. I know we do have different apps that we can do it, and they're very easy. Then you can do invitation or reminders, and you can you can create the message that you're going to put there. Let's say done. And then when you download it, it gives you the invitation or the reminder. So let's say this is the invitation. See if I can open it. Hopefully you can see it here, but it gives you the note there and see if the parent's going to make it or not, and then the date, and tells them what they're going to do. So that's just another little feature that you can share for parents. So that's what ESGI is. The only thing, like I said, it is not a free program. It is something that you do have to pay, but I'll put the link there. It's just another program that is kind of interesting. And like I said, the one that I really wanted to focus was on the read along, because that one I did see a lot of growth for my students and just the motivation that they had to read and wanting to read even in their little free time, just because they got to hear and they got to get that automatic feedback right away and then show me, oh, look how much I have read. And even if they got it wrong, it keeps on building for them. Let me see if I can go back to is there any questions at this time? Those are the 2 programs that I wanted to share with you guys that's how I have been integrating a little bit more of the technology in there. So I wanted to just show you what we had been using there. I will put the link for my little presentation that has all the hyperlinks in there, so you can kind of go and if you want to explore a little bit more about it, you can do that there, and it gives you a little bit more detail on how to set it up for your Chromebooks on the read along with the Google, or your Android phone if you have it, or if they can use it on their desktop. that it gives you the little tutorials there, and it also has the links for the ESGI if you want to learn more a little bit about it. If maybe you want to give it a try for the trial, you can do that. But at this point, if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be glad to answer any questions there. I feel like I went a little bit fast. I hope I didn't kind of got everything mixed up here, but I was taking a risk and I was being a presenter today. So let me know if you have any questions. If you guys want to give it a try right now, I don't know if you want to try the going into your read along with Google on your computer, and maybe I can walk you through some steps if you know, maybe some questions that you go as you're kind of giving a look at it. But if you're on your iPad, it won't let you do it. But maybe you want to log in with your computer and kind of give it a try. And I'll put here in the chat the link, and it's just basically you will type in Google Read Along, and it will take you straight to the page. It will log in with your Google email, but you don't have to type it in. It automatically picks it up.